Welcome back students. Myself Raghuvan sir extends the chapter The French Revolution Part 2. Now we will discuss political cause. The kings of France were despotic rulers. They believed in the theory of divine rights of kingship. They regarded themselves as the representatives of God on earth. The country was in the grip of corruption. The kings enjoyed unlimited powers and rights. Their will was law. They could appoint or dismiss any person, impose any tax they liked, and punish and throw anybody into prison without any trial. They used their powers for their own selfish ends and did not do anything for the welfare of the people. There were no representative body in France. The laws of the country were not uniform. There were separate laws for the rich and the poor. In all, there were about 400 laws in operation in France. Moreover, there was no provision of promotion for the ordinary soldiers. The regime in which the French Revolution broke out was of Louis XVI, who ascended the throne in 1774 AD. He belonged to a Bourbon family of kings. When he ascended the throne, he was 20 years old. He married to the Austrian princess Marie Antoinette. He found the state treasury empty after he had ascended the throne. Marie Antoinette was a beautiful and luxury-loving woman. The king was completely under her spell. She never gave any good advice to the king. The entire state revenue was lavishly spent on the luxuries enjoyed by the king, queen, and the courtiers. Louis XVI, the king, lived with great pomp and show in a magnificent royal palace in Versailles. Now, students, we will focus on the economic causes of the revolution. By the 18th century, the economic conditions of France had become very critical. First of all, the rulers of France were extravagant. For example, the Palace of Versailles had been built by Louis XVI at a cost of 10 crores of rupees. He spent the national wealth on maladministration, on courtiers, and in taking part in the War of American Independence. The national debt rose to $8 crore and thus France came under heavy debt. As you have been told earlier that the distribution of taxes was also not fair and judicious. The common people of the country were poor, but they were burdened with heavy taxes. On the other hand, the nobles and the clergymen were a rich class and could pay taxes, but they were free from taxes. There were many other taxes paid by the common people. After payment of taxes, the peasant was left with only 20% of his produce. Moreover, there was poor administration in tax collection. The person who gave the highest amount of money to the king was given the right to collect taxes. The tax collectors in this way squeezed maximum taxes from the people. Trade in the country was also on the decline. The businessmen had to pay octroi duty at a number of places. Moreover, there was a severe famine in many parts of France in 1788. The people began to die from starvation. But the wealthy people enjoyed all the luxuries even during this time. All these poor economic conditions, activities and famine made the common people highly discontented. Thanks.